Hello, kindergarten. We are back for another exciting science lesson today. And today we're going to be talking about our sense of touch. This is what we use our skin for. And our sense of touch is very, very important because it lets us know a lot about the world around us, like textures, which is how things feel, things that are rough or smooth. It also lets us know about temperature, if things are hot or cold. It lets us know if things are wet or dry. So like I said, our sense of touch is very, very important. So we're going to go through the Florida Virtual Learning School screens. We're gonna join back up with Wrinkles the rhinoceros, I think, and talk about our sense of touch. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then we'll have some exciting projects that you guys can try at home. All right, here we go. So let me share the screen here so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Screen share, this one. All right, so here we are. What is that I feel? Ha ha! Shh, Wrinkles is hiding from Scout. Can you help Scout find him? Wrinkles, where are you? Wait, I think I hear something. Oh no, the grass is touching Wrinkles' skin and tickling him. His giggling will give him away. Wrinkles can feel the grass touching his skin. The tiny blades of grass feel like little fingers tickling him all over. He has a good sense of touch. So he felt a tickle. Just like Wrinkles, we use our sense of touch to feel things. Let's explore our sense of touch. What are we going to learn in this lesson? Well, we're going to learn that the main thing we use for our sense of touch is our skin, which is the biggest organ that we have, and it covers our entire body, and it protects us. We're going to identify all the things we can touch. We can tell why our sense of touch is important. We're going to collect lots of information using our sense of touch, and we're going to record that information. We're going to learn about how scientists record their information. And then we're going to just talk or tell about what we learned using our sense of touch. All right, you guys remember the census song? And we're going to sing along. Here we go. Mr. Saul's going to do it too. I don't know if I know the words yet.
When I look and when I see, I use my eyes. When I look and when I see, I use my eyes. There's so much for you to see, like the grass or a big old tree. When I look and when I see, I use my eyes. When I taste and when I eat, I use my tongue. When I taste and when I eat, I use my tongue. When you want a yummy treat, use your tongue and mouth to eat. When I taste and when I eat, I use my tongue. When I sniff and when I smell, I use my nose. When I sniff and when I smell, I use my nose. Like a pretty red rose or some dirty stinky toes. When I sniff and when I smell, I use my nose. When I touch and when I feel, I use my skin. When I touch and when I feel, I use my skin. Always through the rough, you can feel a lot of stuff. When I touch and when I feel, I use my skin. When I listen and when I hear, I use my ears. When I listen and when I hear, I use my ears. Soft and quiet as a mouse, or a loud party at your house. When I listen and when I hear, I use my ears.
All right, that was fun. Okay, so one thing that we can do to use our sense of touch is practice finger painting. Who has ever finger painted before? Raise your hand. All right, teachers, you can pause here if you want to talk about what it's like to finger paint with your kids and all the things that you can feel. And then there's also an activity here in Florida Virtual Learning for you guys to do with finger painting if you would like to do that. All right, moving on. We see textures in the kitchen. One of the best places to find textures, and again, textures is how things feel. We describe how things feel when we talk about textures. So some foods are soft and squishy, like maybe mashed potatoes, and others are rough and bumpy, excuse me, like rough and bumpy, like maybe corn on the cob. And some might be really hard. Let's see what textures Wrinkle can find in the kitchen. Wrinkle says, I've been baking some cookies. There are so many textures I've found. Let's take a look at Wrinkle's pictures and try to find something smooth, something rough, and something hard. Now here in this picture, we see someone doing what? Washing their hands. Very good. You should always wash your hands before baking. The soap and water feel smooth. Your hands slip and slide around as you wash them. You need flour to make cookies. The flour feels very soft. You can push your hands into the flour. So flour is that white powder that they use to make bread or to make sure that pizza dough won't stick to where you're cooking it. So flour is a very important tool in baking, and it is a fine, that means small powder that's very soft to touch. After we add the ingredients, we have the dough. The dough is very soft as well. You can squish it and mold it into different shapes. The rolling pin is used to flatten the dough. The rolling pin is hard and smooth. When it is used on the dough, it makes the dough smooth as well. The last step is baking the cookies. The cookies become rough on the outside when they are baked. Sometimes they are hard and they crumble. And sometimes they are gooey and soft. Eat them up. Hard, rough, smooth, and soft. These are some of the main words we're going to be using to talk about or describe our sense of touch. Now it's Scout's turn to hide from Wrinkles. Oh, look, here is one of Scout's feathers on this tree. When Wrinkles touches the feather, he notices that it feels soft and smooth. Oh, look, I have a feather right here. Perfect. This is a turkey feather that I found, and as I touch it, I can feel that it is very soft and smooth. But there's a hard part to it too. This part that was holding it in the bird, that part is very hard and sharp. Okay, I'm gonna put this back. All right, when Wrinkles touches the feather, he feels that it is soft and smooth, but the tree bark feels hard and rough. Smooth, soft, hard, and rough are different textures. Remember, a texture is how something feels or looks like it will feel, right? So if I look over here at Sunny, the bearded dragon, can you guys see him? Say hi, Sunny. So if I just look at Sunny, I will know that he looks like he's gonna feel really rough. I don't have to touch him to know that. I can just look at him and say, yep, that's gonna be rough. Okay, so an object is smooth if it does not have bumps. An apple is an example of a smooth fruit. Rough is the opposite of smooth. A rough object has bumps. A pineapple is an example of a rough fruit. Soft is when you can change something's shape, an object's shape, by squishing, bending, or folding it. Pom-poms have a soft texture. You can easily squish a pom-pom. Hard is the opposite of soft. When something is solid and its shape cannot be easily changed, like a rock. Marbles have a hard texture. You cannot easily change the shape of a marble. All right. So down here, we have another opportunity to practice with textures all around. Teachers, this would be a great place to pause and maybe have your students do this textures all around, or just have your students do a quick scavenger hunt to see if they can find some of these things that are smooth or rough or soft or hard. All right, so you guys can pause here and do that, and I will go on. All right. Self-check review. Your skin touches different textures all day long. When you put on a t-shirt, pick something up with your hand, or even walk barefoot, your skin touches a different texture each time. Some things are like rough like dirt, and some are smooth like grass. Some things are hard like a helmet, and some are soft like a t-shirt. Sort the food that is smooth and the food that is rough. Remember that rough objects have bumps, and smooth objects do not have bumps. All right, here we go. Sort the foods that are smooth into the box on the left that says smooth, okay? And sort the foods that are rough into the box on the right that says rough. All right, teachers, I'm gonna do this, but if you wanna pause here and have the kids predict where the things are gonna go, this would be a good time to do that. All right, so smooth. I think the peas are going to go in the smooth one. I think the corn is going to be rough. I think a strawberry is going to be rough. I think a pear will be smooth. I think broccoli will be rough. And I think a chili pepper will be smooth. Correct. Pears, peas, and peppers have a smooth texture. Corn, strawberries, and broccoli have a rough texture. Feelings about feeling. Wrinkles is happy he can touch the world around him. Wrinkles was getting ready for bed when he thought about what the world would be like without a sense of touch. What if he couldn't feel his fluffy, smooth socks? What if he couldn't feel his big, soft pillow? Think about what it would be like if you couldn't feel things. What would your world be like without your sense of touch? Let's find out what it might be like to have no sense of touch. Put on a pair of socks or mittens on your hands and try to pick up something small. Was it hard without your sense of touch? Try touching some different textures, like wood, paper, or plastic. Then take the socks off your hands and touch the textures again. Do these textures feel the same when you touch them with your skin? Interesting. Okay, let's see. So once again, this is another great opportunity for you guys to, for an activity that you can try at home, is seeing if you can put on like some gloves or even just wrap your hands up and then try to pick up something small like a coin or a penny, see if that can work. All right, save your skin. Your skin is very important for your sense of touch. Without it, things would feel pretty different. It's important to take good care of your skin. That way you can enjoy your sense of touch until your skin is old and wrinkly, just like wrinkles. Let's learn about some ways you can protect your skin. Scrub-a-dub. It's important to wash your hands and take baths to keep your skin clean. Washing your hands and body keeps the germs off your skin that could make you sick. Hot food coming through. You can protect your hands from heat by using oven mitts. Oven mitts are made to hold hot objects so that you do not burn your skin. And if anybody has had a burn, you know that it is not fun. So it's always, always important to protect your skin. Also, you need to protect your skin from the cold by wearing winter clothes. Hats, mittens, scarves, and winter coats keep you warm when it is outside. So our skin is really great for a lot of things, but when it's really, really hot, it can burn us. And when it's really, really cold, it can get frozen. So we need to protect our skin from those extreme temperatures. Really hot and really cold are not good for our skin. As you know, it can actually cause some pain if you try to hold like an ice cube or put your hand in snow for too long. So it's important to protect your skin. Make sure to wear knee pads, elbow pads, and a helmet when you play sports or do other activities. These items can keep your skin safe if you fall. Safety first. If you do have an accident and fall, remember to use a Band-Aid on any cuts or scrapes. A Band-Aid helps keep dirt and germs out from under our skin. And remember, the sun is a beautiful thing, but it can hurt our skin too. If you're going to play in the sun, make sure you wear sunscreen to protect your skin from sunburns. So even though our skin is really amazing, we need to do an amazing job of protecting it as well, because we don't want our skin to get hurt. Did you know that firefighters need to protect their skin too? Firefighters wear clothes that keep their skin safe from fire, smoke, and other dangers. A helmet protects them from heat and from falling objects. Their special clothing that they wear is thick and heavy. To touch or not to touch. Just because you can touch something doesn't mean you always should. Some things are best left to your other senses, like sight. Take a bumblebee, for example. You can look at one, but you probably don't want to touch it, unless you want to feel a sting. Other things are also dangerous to touch, like fire, electrical outlets, or anything else that may hurt you. Let's sort some objects that are safe to touch from those that are not safe to touch. Remember that some things are dangerous to touch because they can hurt you. All right, so I'm going to say that the knife, don't touch. Broken glass, don't touch. A leaf, yeah, that's okay. Fire, no, don't touch. Electrical outlet, no, that's not safe. Crayons, yeah, that's okay. Rubber ducky, that's fine. Ball, also safe. Correct, excellent. All right. So, how can you protect your skin from things that are hot? Let's practice some skin safety to make sure we're always safe when we're exploring our sense of touch. So here we have a hot pizza. What's something we can do to protect our skin? We can wear oven mitts. Very good. How about this one? How can this person protect their skin? That's right, they can wear sunscreen. How can you protect your skin when you get a scrape or a scratch? Putting on a Band-Aid. Excellent, good job. All right, exploring textures on the beach. So a lot of textures have different, can feel very differently. So Wrinkles, for example, could guess at what each of these textures was just by feeling it. And we're going to keep going because we don't have a lot of time, and I want to make sure that your teachers have enough time to do some activities with you guys. So a texture drawing is how we can, sometimes we can't take the objects with us. So what we can do is do a texture drawing. So here is a creative way that we can do a texture drawing. What we can do is we can take something like, hold on, let me stop sharing. Okay, so what we can do is we can take something like this, which is my special coin from my home country of Venezuela, and it's kind of a big coin, so this is gonna be good for what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna take my coin and I'm gonna put it on a hard surface. I have my little whiteboard, but you guys can use any coin and just put it down on a table or anything like that. Then you're gonna take a regular piece of paper and you're just going to put it over the coin on your hard surface, right? So then, if I have my coin right under here, I'm gonna take my crayon and instead of touching the point straight down, I'm gonna hold the crayon kind of sideways so that a lot of it is touching the paper at once. And then I'm just going to Now, what I've done here is called making a rubbing. And now, with my rubbing, you can actually see what my coin looks like. You can see Simon Bolivar there. He's the guy that helped liberate Venezuela. And you can see his face very clearly on the coin, which is now right here. Let's see what the other side looks like real quick. Once again, put the coin under the paper, use my crayon sideways. Right. Now, came out very clear, the beautiful shield design that's on the back of that coin. And it's actually almost easier to see like this. You can see. Ooh. All right, so that's a really fun and easy activity that you guys can do at home to learn about textures. So this lets me see what the coin would feel like. So I can show someone, look at what's on this coin, because it's a very rough surface. So as I'm taking the crayon across it, those rough surfaces are going to touch harder on the crayon. All right, let's continue going through here. Textures, textures everywhere. Oh, the sun is shining and my back feels warm. The cool wind blowing on my face feels cool. The grass on my feet feels soft. You can practice recording all the textures you feel by making a texture journal. This is another activity that your teachers might encourage you guys to do at home. All right, like all good scientists, it's important to share what we've discovered. Wrinkles shared what he knows about textures, like how things feel when he touches them. Some things feel rough and hard, like rocks or oysters. Other things feel soft and smooth, like a feather. Wrinkles wants to share the textures of some objects he found with the Sense Squad. Can you help Wrinkles collect and record information using his sense of touch? Wrinkles has three objects he found on his walk through the forest. Help Wrinkles make observations about the objects by selecting the correct answer. So what sense would Wrinkles use if he wants to know how these acorns feel? You guys are very smart. You already know this one. It's our sense of touch. What is one way Wrinkles can show the texture of these leaves in a picture? That's right, just like we did with my coin, we can take a texture rubbing of the leaf. That's another great activity if you want to do that instead of using a coin. All right, what word can Wrinkles use to describe the texture of this rock? No, it's not smooth, it's rough. Very good, all right. Let's have some fun feeling. Are you ready to play Wrinkles' favorite game? Wrinkles visited 4 different places and touched 4 different textures with his feet. Select the word that describes the texture of the object. Wrinkles, Wrinkles, what do you feel? I feel blank wood under my feet. Is the wood going to be hard or soft? If you said hard, that's correct. Wrinkles, Wrinkles, what do you feel? I feel a blank carpet under my feet. Is the carpet soft or hard? That's right, it's soft. Wrinkles, Wrinkles, what do you feel? I feel blank ice under my feet. Is the ice going to be smooth or rough? Well, at first it'll be smooth. Wrinkles, Wrinkles, what do you feel? I feel a blank dirt road under my feet. Look at how rough that road looks. There are many things you can feel. It can be fun to feel new textures. Sometimes there is one word that is best for describing a texture, like rough. You can also use 2 words to describe how a texture feels, like smooth and soft. Let's learn how to use 2 words to describe an object's texture. Flattened cookie dough feels smooth. It also feels soft, and you can easily cut out cookies with a cookie cutter. A concrete road is hard, but it also feels rough because of all of the bumps and grooves. Cars are made of hard metal, but this metal is also very smooth. Feathers are soft, but they can also feel smooth. Wow, Wrinkles sure loves the beach. He decided to go back to the beach and explore some more textures. He already felt a seashell, a starfish, and a clam. What other textures do you think he might find? Let's explore these textures with Wrinkles on his trip back to the beach. Ooh, the sun feels warm on my skin, but I don't want to burn. Put on some sunscreen, it feels so smooth on his skin. Ooh, those rocks, they feel rough and hard on his skin. The rocks are hard, he'd rather go walk on the sand. The sand feels soft. Now, if anybody has been to the beach, that sand will also be hot. Now, my favorite part about the beach is swimming. The water feels wet on Wrinkles' skin and cool to the touch. Ooh, look at all the seashells. Those must feel very rough on Wrinkles' skin. Now he's back to the towel, which feels nice and soft. All right, what did we learn? We learned that there are new textures around every corner that can help that you can explore with your sense of touch. Your skin is used to feel all of the textures you explore. Just remember that not everything should be touched. Some things like glass or fire are very dangerous to touch. Different rooms may have different textures, like your soft carpet or your hard floor. Outside is a great place to feel different textures, like a smooth apple on a tree or a rough tree branch. Keep exploring your world and see what textures you can find. So now we should be able to talk about how we know that our skin is used to touch, how we can identify things that we can touch, how we can tell why our sense of touch is important. We can collect information using our sense of touch, we can record that information, and we can talk about what we learned using our sense of touch. Great lesson, you guys, and I will see you back next time for our next lesson. And